Your path will soon take you away from the grove, I feel. Your efforts will not be forgotten.
How much farther can I go?
Do you need help, Icaron?
Heldrael didn't want us. And those druids sure as hell didn't either. But you risked your life for us.
I know it. But there's two...
You saved us! Just like Baldur.
We made it somehow. Now we just need to get to Baldur's Gate.
I won't have a word.
Still, I'm glad you killed all the goblins. I hope you made them scared.
Yes, you are. Now, stop squirming.
Check twice myself. But to be sure, we need every last copper piece.
I knew this would come right if we just stayed positive. Not that your blade didn't help too.
If any of your stuff goes missing, just let me know. You're family now.
What do you think of opening a cart in Baldur's Gate?
A cart? Like on the street?
Let us go! I wish to feel the road beneath my hooves. Taste the fresh grass.
No wandering
Until
off.
we make the coin...
The younglings are a nuisance. But the road would not be the same without them. Thank you.
One sorrow ended, the next soon to begin.
Yes, you are.
Baldur's Gate, we're coming. You run.
Back to worrying about road rations it is. So many mouths to feed, but, well, that's not a bad problem to have. Thank you, truly.
You think we'll stay in Baldur's Gate long?
Of course.
Thought you'd left us to our fate running off like you did. Glad I was wrong.
Shadow on your head forever.
I guess things are already better. I've learnt a lot.
There we go, boy. Now, back to packing.
That's it. We can head to the city. Don't know about you, but I'm ready to start my life again.
We're not in the clear yet. Keep sharp until we're
If we get separated or need to break camp fast, remember.
We couldn't have held them back on our own. Thank you.
I nearly dispatched those goblins myself, but it seems you managed well enough. And why wield a masterwork where a butcher's blade will do? My thanks, truly.
So it's true. You scattered the goblins. Peace can finally return to this corner of the Sword Coast. Thank you. Well, to each their own. Of course. May you keep...
Soldier. You know I'm up for it, but your party's a little full. Let's hop.
Shah's blessings upon you. Your dance card is full. Lose a partner, and there'll be room for me. Lead the way.
Well met. I'd love to join, but I don't think there's enough space for me to... Let's make...
Hells take me. What I wouldn't do for better tools.
What's next, I wonder?
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
There is work to do.
I've got a long road ahead. Seems like a good moment to talk.
You saved us. I wasn't sure we'd make it through. I wish I had better, but this is all I have. Make Timor's...
Don't burn yourself.
Who uses wooden? You saved us. I wasn't sure we'd make it through.
What to do? Best be on my
miss
way.
forge.
Don't give me trouble now. see what this does. What's hiding here?
Sharp as a razor.
I'm glad you came through it alive. We owe you more than we can repay. You're not picking a gift for your sweetheart. Grab a blade.
With the goblins dead?
Watching gods while I was training.
All of our takings stashed away for the journey? Yes, Mum. Check twice myself. But to be sure, we need every last copper piece to get started in Baldur's Gate.
If there's fighting, you run, and you do not run for anything.
Bet that will fit in my pack.
What did I tell you?
You think you saved us? You just prolonged the inevitable.
Sooner or later, other outsiders will bring trouble to the Grove.
Well, at least the sun is nice. You should try it.
The goblins are gone, but so is our idol. We are exposed without it.
You done it. You brought Halcyon back. Thank you. No, thanks is not enough. May Sylvanas bless you for all your days. I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task. To be expected. I'm glad you survived intact. And I promised you a reward, didn't I? Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Take this rune. You'll need it. Place it among the pedestals inside our library. When the wolf glows brightest, everything in the vault below will be yours. Such is betrayal. A poison that destroys its
Wolf focuses on you.
With all the pain, Korga.
Blessed day. You kept your word. Thank you. I don't know if I can ever restore Sylvanas' peace to this place. But I'll have the chance. Thanks to you.
Well, what have we done? The glade book mentioned. Its owner thought it was cursed.
story.
I have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. Anything of use? Time to press ahead. Let's see.
He's back! You brought him back!
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Zevlor. By Delt's virtue. The Blade of Frontiers? What's happened, Will?
I paid the price of angering the wrong devil.
Believe me, I understand better than most.
A moment passes as Zevlor contemplates Will's words. He then turns his attentions to you.
We're ready to head to your camp. Are you? Excellent. Lead the way.
Oh, make a dragon!
No, an owlbear.
Toddlers are easier to please than you lot.
Would you look at this place? All these people, happy because of us. It's nice to be somewhere where good is still possible. And with good potations, too. Not so much. You spend the whole time avoiding swords and schemes. Plus, people just get nastier as the night wears on. I tried to make friends at first. Learned my lesson fast. Better to keep to yourself in hell. Fuck yes! I'm celebrating my freedom, and our friendship, and these folks' bright future besides. All I need now is a fire-retardant lover to get lost in till sunrise. You too, soldier. Enjoy yourself tonight. You've earned it.
Look at them all. Guzzling poison like we've the right to be happy. I'm perfectly fine without that poison, thanks. I won't be nursing their pounding heads and sick...
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for? Your words, not mine. But not what I mean. I mean, desperate people. Like those refugees. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd. That's more easily said by some than others. But nobody's here to debate right from wrong. Share a bottle with me? It's quite a bottle. I liberated one of the finer vintages earlier. Best enjoyed someplace private, I think. We should wait a little while. Until the others have drifted off. Best not keep me waiting. I'd prefer not to entertain myself.
Hope you're enjoying the night, hero. I certainly am. Cheers to many more like this.
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here... I hate it. This is awful. True. That was fun. Still, I would have liked more for my trouble than a pat on the head and vinegar for wine. I'm just looking for a little more excitement. a little more fun. Don't be so sour. I like a good time as much as anyone. You know, we could always make our own entertainment, darling. Get a little closer, so to speak. You are an insolent little pup, aren't you? But have it your way. I'm happy to entertain myself.
No, let them have fun. I'll be ruining it come.
I have seen the Kithraki tear a screaming Neogi's legs from its belly to fashion into blades. Yet they could not match your nerve today. It was enough to drive me to madness.
I smell their blood on you still. I smell your moisture. How torturous for us both that I'll never get a taste.
Oh, but do enjoy yourself this night. I intend to myself. Astarion looks particularly tempting.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
If any of your stuff goes missing, just let me know. You're family now.
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired. Thinking of writing my next song about you. But I need an angle. Any ideas? One raunchy ballad coming up.
Go on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll discuss your problem tomorrow. In truth, I rarely imbibe. The stuff goes right to my head. Before you know it, I'd be breaking into song or declaring love to the first person I laid eyes on. Then you have never heard me singing, which makes you very fortunate. Go on, enjoy yourself. Seek out some wine before it runs dry. There are a lot of thirsty people around here.
There's always work for it.
Aha! There you are! I do hope you have partaken of something bracing. This may well take us all night. But I am engaged in celebration of the purest form. Commemoration. If we are to write your legend in the stars, then we must first give you a name. That ballad was but a crude preview, a frame without its crowning jewel, your nom de guerre. Something iconic, but not too much of a mouthful. We don't want to exclude the common folk, after all. I intend this tale to enrapture all. Far too much? This is the very problem. If you could set aside your many triumphs, carry out one defining act, not to belittle your achievements to date, of course, but besting a dragon, a giant, a god, perhaps? I must deliberate. Go, enjoy your evening. I shall have work for you in the days to come.
Beautiful night, don't you think? Nothing like a brush with destruction to make one appreciate the majesty of the celestial canvas. It's a view I would once have shared with my companion, though definitely unaccompanied by such revelry. She preferred it when we were alone. curled up before a crackling hearth with some ancient, esoteric tome between us. Ink glinting in the firelight.
By a Geraorn's lost nose! No!
Tara is not any cat. She's a Tressum. And given your confusion, I'm guessing you've never met one. They're brilliant creatures. Fine company for any self-respecting wizard. She'd be most impressed by our efforts saving these tieflings. Proud, even. And I've given her little to be proud of recently. After I was afflicted with my condition, and locked myself in my tower for an entire year. I was inconsolable. Wallowing in my self-inflicted tragedy. Given up on myself. But Tara never did. It was her encouragement. Her research that led me to my treatment. Once we knew that magically infused items were the key, she went out to find them for me. She saved my life. After so long being cared for by someone else, it feels good to have repaid the favor. Not directly to Tara, but to these poor tieflings. I'm sure she would approve. Smart does her a disservice. She's a fine wizard in her own right, though somewhat held back by her lack of opposable thumbs. You remind me of her somewhat. There's a steeliness in you. An unwavering tenacity, even in the face of, to be frank, quite dire odds. Wish she were here for me to make a formal introduction. But I would never ask her to undertake such a journey. She's safer at home. Besides, she was always telling me I needed to spread my wings, so to speak. Find mortal friends instead of hanging onto Mistra's coattails. So that's what I'm doing. I hope. Sadly not. If I'm being entirely honest, my social circle is rather small. More of a dot. Or a pinhead. I've got acquaintances, certainly. Plenty of colleagues. Friends? Those are precious indeed. I hope, though we've only known each other for a short time, I might be able to count you among that number. Wine is to wit, as meat is to... Oh, can't bloody remember it. There I go then, proving your point. Perhaps we'd better leave it at that. My ineloquent tongue isn't worthy of your ear at present. Go. Indulge in the frivolities. They're good for the heart. And mine will be all the lighter to see you enjoying yourself.
Sherry! That's infernal for cheers. Or possibly turnip. City, live out here.
I need to dance! No.
Ah, hells. I was hoping you wouldn't notice I was gone. No. I'm deeply proud of you. A touch less so of myself. In truth, I don't feel in a festive mood, and I didn't want to cast a grey cloud over the night. I'm a devil. I love the people from the Grove, but I unsettle them deep down, as I seem to unsettle everyone nowadays. You don't want a devil at your party. Horns this sharp will pop the balloons, you see, and the guests won't take kindly to scars quite so monstrous. I'll be fine. Seeing you has cheered me more than you can know. But, off with you. This is your day. Have a dance. Enjoy the music. Some time alone beneath the stars, and I'll be back to my old self. Promise. Still, it's a night to remember. You've made sure of that.
Think of it. No more caves. No, we'll be...
Spilled my pint.
Not like you needed it.
Don't forget our little agreement.
Buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk.
Though you seek repose, you needn't spend the night alone.
There is one who yearns for you in the dark. Who will you seek? Your heart skips a beat. What treasures might this night bestow?
You made it. Come here. Sit with me. So eager. I'm surprised it took you this long. Well, to begin, I think a toast is in order. Any suggestions? Right. Friendship. Very well, have it your way. To friendship. Now tell me something about yourself. And no tadpoles, dragons, marauding goblins, or anything like that. Something about you. Seems like you truly know the city. I never got to explore it to my liking. Don't stop now. Not just as things are getting interesting. Don't laugh, but I'm not quite sure I have anything to share. When you worship Shard, secrecy is everything. We'll sacrifice our own memories when ordered to. A lot of the little things, they're lost to me right now. I did. And you remembered. You're sweet. There's still plenty of wine, and the whole night is ahead of us. Nearly light. The others will be awake soon. What? Oh, I'm perfectly fine, but the mood is well and truly dead. Anyway, thank you for tonight. Me too.
She trails off. You read an invitation in her eyes.
That didn't hurt, did it? Good to know. For the future. Let's head back, if we must.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger.
We get a cure and the chance to hit these arseholes where they live. Sounds good.
To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls. So it seems, though I don't know how. You'll have to choose your approach carefully. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the shadow curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Dark Justiciars. I must see for myself.
Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse. Already? If only I'd gone with you instead of Aradin. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned. May Sylvanas guide us.
Come over here, boy.
Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company. Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know. Quite shocking. The druid Halson had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close. As a matter of fact, I do. But why do you? That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now. If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flare? Ridiculous. Isn't it? Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim. If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, dear sweet gods! If we managed it, we'd have a specimen of incredible rarity on our hands. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted. My good... Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable.
What's next?
to be alive.
Let's move.
Hey, good looking.
Let's get on with it.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Making me sweat.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
All's well, I hope. No. I just wanted to see how you felt after the night we spent together. When we talked and kissed. I can't recall the last time I shared so much with someone. Maybe I never did before. It meant a lot to me. You mean a lot to me. And that was before the kiss. I hope so too. Though I'm not sure what kind of courtship will be afforded, given all that we're facing. But if you want to see where this goes, I do as well. Quite the understatement, but yes, I have it. And I'll guard it with my life. I was part of a group sent by my cloister. We were to take the artifact from the Githyanki and bring it to Baldur's Gate, no matter the cost. Though it turned out the cost was very steep. I was the only one of the group to survive. I took the artifact and fled, only to be ensnared by mind flayers before I could finish the mission. That's all I know. That's all I need to know. I told you already. I surrendered my memories for the sake of the mission. Shah's secrets must be protected. Duty demands it. Once I fulfill my mission, I can have my memories restored. How cynical. I should borrow that line sometime. But if I have to die, so be it. Like I said, faith Wouldn't you be in my place? If there's even the slightest chance that Shah worshippers remain within our reach, we should try and find them. Even if they're all long gone, and that seems quite likely from what we know, who knows what they may have left behind for us to use? My people are nothing if not resourceful. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a dark justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a dark justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable. I don't know. Perhaps if I succeed in my mission and reach Baldur's Gate. Hope has little place amongst Lady Shah's children. It's an illusion, a distraction. But for this, I hope my time will yet come. Dark justiciars are hated by many, judged to be ruthless fanatics. Even the few who would accept a follower of Lady Shah would likely balk at a justiciar in their midst. But there's a simpler answer to your question. I simply forgot about the desire I had until I saw some things that reminded me. Now, I can't get it out of my mind. Thank you. I had a feeling you'd be understanding. On one hand, they seem useful. But on the other hand, or perhaps tentacle before long, we know where they're coming from, and what lies at the end of that path. I never expected Ceremorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers. There's simply too many unknowns for us to risk it. Well, perhaps you have a point. Fine. Let's explore these powers then. I just hope we don't come to regret it.
Very well.
You look happy, Shadowheart. Your face.
It must be all the fresh air. brings me closer to Lady Shah. One day, all of our eyes will feast on her endless darkness. Besides, I think it suits my bone structure.
And yet your bed pillow bears barely a smudge. You are a woman of many talents.
Seluna. As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here. Quite the understatement, but yes. Let's not linger in this place any more than necessary.
always room for more.
Let's cut your fire, baby.
Maybe I need more pockets. With haste. Here we go. Just another crate. What's that? With a flick of the wrist. Be ready. This place is trapped.
I wonder what the next move is.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. If not over, then through. Seems simple enough.
Don't be shy. The hammer's gonna fall. Uh-huh.
can't stop me yet. What path lies before me?
Victor's path.
Have to keep going.
Forever dauntless.
Now this is my happy place.
get going.
Defender of the people.
And these things have stayed interesting. Might be useful. Something good here, I hope.
A dull crystal glowing only faintly. You feel your consciousness stretch, reach out, and recoil as if at a bare-handed slap. Yours is not the mind it was expecting.
Need to find a way forward. Here we go again.
A long way to go still. What do we have here? Let's try this way.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Be cautious.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Well, well, well. Me?
No one back home will ever believe this.
Wanna dance?
My faith will guide me.
Take your
Never a dull moment.
My faith protects me.
Take you.
All right, what now? At the ready. swift as my feet can carry me.
Soldier.
Looking ahead. Can't give up now.
I'd love to, thanks.
Still alive, so that's progress. Breathe deep and move. Can't keep me out.
Bunch of empty boxes and spiderwebs. Guess Loth's cultists haven't been back here in a while.
Don't mind if I do.
Hey ho.
No time to rest. Moving in.
Tunnels everywhere. Not sure I want to know what dug them.
More for me. Half this drow's body's been crushed. Must have fallen from pretty high up.
What's that now?
A perfect ring of mushrooms. Nature, pretty, but it doesn't do much. Damn! Some of these mushrooms are illusions. Here goes nothing. I have a lot on my mind.
Speak. So I did, and he served his use. Most enthusiastically, I might add. I may even avail myself of his talents again, should he keep his fangs off my flesh. You're full up. Dismiss someone first. Good.
Ah, I would, but you have... Excellent.
Oakfather's blessings to you. I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say. It's had the whole region around Moonrise Towers in a chokehold of darkness and despair for years now. Those who remained are shadow-cursed. If you don't die at their hands, then you become one of them. We have to get to Moonrise, but the less time we spend in its blighted surrounds, the better. Precious little, but I'm quite certain it can still be found. Those illithid creatures threaten the natural order. It's my duty to do what I can to stop them. There's also the Shadow Curse. It's an affront and must be cleansed. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse, just as you find a cure for your infection. Hopefully. I've chosen a successor as First Druid, Francesca of the High Forest. I sent a bird to summon her. Wrath has promise, but he's not ready yet. The Grove needs experience and a strong hand. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence. Indeed. Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source. Perhaps, but we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said. Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceremorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close. Miss it? Oh dear, no. It's a terrible burden. Takes you away from nature and forces you to deal with others' problems and personalities. Be wary of anyone who actually wants such a role, I say. Likely they don't understand it, or they have ill intent. I'm just glad to be out here amidst the Oakfather's creations. Wonderfully. If I'm honest, the Grove was too comfortable for my tastes. I felt removed from nature. I'll miss my books. That I can find all the wisdom they contain out here, firsthand. Is that so? Well, nature does abhor waste. I will keep watch, thank you. I had a feeling time in your company would prove fruitful.
So, you and...
I'll give it a shot.
What is that I spy?
Should mind my step. Another illusion. Is anything real down here? I'll take that.
So, you and Lae'zel. Seems tame.
Please don't remind me. But keep your guard up with her.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Do vampires actually drink blood out of goblets like in the storybooks? Doesn't seem very fresh.
Straight from the neck is preferred, but goblets are used in mortal company. They save on awkwardness. We could share a drink some night, if you're curious. A nice red wine in your goblet, of course.
Very kind of you. But I'm saving my best bottle for someone already.